This box came from the UK, from Herring Shoes in Devon, in remarkably quick time, within about 5 days of ordering. Let's go into it and unbox it. How you going? Welcome back to Bootlosophy. My name is Tech, and I'm filming on the traditional country of the custodians here, the traditional custodians, the Wajik people of the Noongar Nation. So this is a box from the UK. It's from Herring Shoes in Devon. Now, I hadn't heard of this until I'd seen various boots of theirs being reviewed by the Devon Reviewer. The Devon Reviewer is one of those channels I first started watching in 2020 during lockdowns, when I was starting to explore boots through the YouTube channels. And they were one of the first channels that I watched to look at boots. And in fact, if you go to his channel, they do quite a lot of, or he does quite a lot of UK shoes. So he started with Doc Martens like 7 years ago or something. And Herring Boots, Herring Shoes, is a retailer very near where he lives in Devon. I think Herring Boots is quite similar to Baker Boots in the US, in that they retail a whole variety of different brands, particularly from Northampton, all the Northampton makers. But they also make their own range of, quite extensive range of boots and shoes, which they manufacture. But they don't have a factory. Their manufacturing is done by a factory in Portugal, I think it is, and there may also be one in Spain. But also, they get a lot of Northampton bootmakers to make their boots for them. People like Trickers and Loke and all those famous names, Cheney and so on. So some of the boots that are produced for them, if you find the right ones, are actually made by Northampton brands, which is really quite fantastic. I got this one on sale. I think it's the last one available because I bought the last 7.5 UK size. And when I went back to have a look at it to try and print out the website to research this particular boot, there weren't any left. So I don't know if they're restocking this particular model. But let's open the box and get straight into it. One of the problems with boot boxes like this is you're never quite sure which end to open, because often there's a little hole in the actual shoe box inside the postage box. That has a finger hole that you can open them up in. But let's try this end. I mean, it's 50-50, isn't it? Wrong 50-50, but let's slide this out and we can take a look. Ooh, let me try the other end. Okay, there's a label, but still no finger hole, but at least I can push it out, I think. There we go. So, blue box, very similar to Trickers. It's got the herring label on it. Really nice box. It's sort of like cardboard, but covered with a sort of a cloth texture. The label says the Corsham, which is this particular model, Cedar Grain Calf, Herring UK 7.5F, which I think is standard fitting for them. Right, what comes with it? Little printout from Herring. Do you need to return an item? And it gives you instructions. Now, just one thing to say is I found the customer service for this, despite this being a sale item, really excellent. I gave them the wrong address, I think, and I just double checked with them. They said, no, don't worry, we'll look after you, and they really did. It also includes a little tub of herring shoe cream. Now that's quite fantastic. Oh, that's really nice. Wasn't expecting that. So they also come with boot bags, dark blue boot bags a la Trickers, Herring, finest quality since 1966. I'll get them both out. We'll get rid of the box. And we'll get them both out at the same time and take a look at them. So, Brogue country walking boots from the UK. I do like country boots, particularly the Brogue ones. And I think these are particularly nice, really. They look very nice. They are extremely light. I mean, I can't describe how light they are because this is a sort of, the brand is called Wear Light, and it's sort of like the Vibram Gum Light sole. Very low commando lugs and in a very soft, I think this might be rubber or polyurethane, not too sure. But the astounding thing about it, as soon as you pick them up, is they're very, very light. When I do the full review, I'll weigh them and tell you how much they weigh. So that's quite impressive to start with. Looking at this boot, it's in a color called Cedar, and it's in grain calf. So this is embossed with a kind of grain, and it's calf skin, young cow. If you look at the Brogue patterns, they're the larger variety, similar to the sort of patterns used by Grenson, for example, and some Trickers boots use this larger sort of broguing effect. There's a toe rose with the broguing in it. And the Brogue punching is very neat, very clean. There's a little bit of pinking on the backstay. Single piece backstay, but you can see a little bit of pinking, just like you're using pinking scissors, but not on the other piece. Oh yeah, a little bit of pinking here on the front panel. The leather feels nice and waxy. I'm not sure which tannery it comes from, but I'll research all of that. And this, by the way, I think was made by Loke for herring, so top quality. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eyelets, no speed hooks. Very reminiscent, I think, of my Grenson Fred boot, which I've now sold on because I found the triple leather midsole extremely difficult to wear, so I've sold that. So this is my replacement for it. The stitching on the panels is very clean, very neat, very precise. I really like that. It has a storm welt, and from feeling it, I don't think that's a leather welt. I think that's a rubber or plastic welt. So that's where some of the price standards might come from. This was Australian $700 odd, not on sale. A little over $400 on sale landed. That includes charges, customs, everything. So a little over $400, which is sensational considering the amount you pay on postage from the UK, which is very close to $70 odd. It has a single cloth pull tab at the back, which is what most English country boots have. I'm just feeling the leather and really quite liking it. It's fully lined, Corsham, 7.5, made in England. It's fully lined with leather in the vamp as well as up the shaft, and they give you a spare set of laces. So they look exactly the same to me, round wax laces. Very nice. Let's look at the other boot. So, looking at this now, I can't see any fault whatsoever. I'm a little interested that they use, I'm pretty sure that's not leather, but I'll need to look at it. And when I give you the full review, I'll tell you what I found. But I'm pretty sure that's not leather. It feels rubbery. So there's the welt. It doesn't appear to have a, oh yes, there is. There's a rubber midsole, and then there's the full sole. So that's, I guess, where the price disparity comes from. A little bit cheaper in that regard. My understanding is this has a leather insole though, with a cork filler, and then into the welt, what appears to be, I think, a rubber midsole, and then the actual rubber sole. It's not stitched all the way through to the rubber sole, so that's why it would have a rubber midsole, so that there's better adhesion with the cemented outsole. Yeah, very nice. Construction is very clean, very concise. There's a backing to the eyelets, which is what I like. Okay, so the tongue is not gusseted. It's connected up to, just up to there. So it's not gusseted at all, which is quite strange for a country boot, because when you think you're walking through long wet grass, you might want a little bit of extra protection. All right, let's get them on feet. Here we go, the moment of truth. Slip them on, pull tab. Oh yeah, perfect fit. I'll need to readjust the lace lengths, obviously, but I'll just put them on. Interesting. I think if I tied the laces properly, the facings would almost touch. So let me just get this right. Put that one on. They came sort of leather laced, so that's what I'm doing for the moment. And as you can see, if I really snug them up, the lace facings actually just come together. I mean, that's too long, but I'm only just showing you what they like to fit. These are 7.5 UK, and Herring uses an F fitting to mean, I think, average. G is their wide fitting, I believe. And in terms of fitting, the length is about right. The ball of my feet are about there, which is where you expect to bend as you walk. So that's right. The tip of my big toe is just about there. So there's a very healthy thumb and a bit to the end. The last used is such that the toes are round anyway. So there's no, oh, that's far too long. Now I'm going to have to adjust this. Talk amongst yourselves for a little bit. That's better. Standing up in them, comfortable. That soft outsole is feels really good. Interesting is from the top down, all you see is a heck of a lot of welt, which I guess is good from a protection point of view. In terms of how they feel when you're moving, I noticed when I was unboxing them that the outsole has a slight curve to it. And this seems to give you a rocking motion when you're moving around in them. I mean, I've only taken like 6 steps, as you can see on the camera. But it seems to give me a rocking motion back and forth. It doesn't rock sideways, which you thought it would. But it's a very comfortable rocking motion. I like the color. It's very similar to my grandson Fred boots. Little browner rather than yellow in those, I think. The lining also makes it very comfortable. So sizing good, comfort good, tread pretty good. The grip, I guess it'll be pretty good. It's sort of very low lugs, but they're lugged nevertheless, and they're a soft rubber, so they might wear a bit faster, but we'll see. All right, let's wrap it up. So there you go, another pair of English country walking boots for my collection. This feels so comfortable that I'm really looking forward to putting these on and going for some nice walks in our country, which is very dry. The longer wear we shall see, and let's see how it transpires. I also found when I took my boots off after the on feet segment that they have a quality control card, and it's actually signed by the person who did the quality control, which I think is a really nice touch. So we'll see how it goes. The fit seems to be really good and really comfortable, and I will try them on first, and then I'll bring you a full review much later. By which time I would have worn this and got to really know what the long-term comfort factor is, even if the immediate comfort factor seems quite nice. All right. So I hope you like this unboxing. I'll bring you a full review, researching herring, researching everything about the make of this boot, and then telling you, if you don't know, the history of Brogue boots and country boots and so on in England. And watch out for that. So the only way that you're going to make sure that you see it, of course, is if you subscribe. So don't forget to subscribe if you like these sorts of videos. For one, it helps me grow my channel. For two, it helps you get served more and more of these videos from myself and other reviewers. And of course, to help me out, don't forget to click on like. Until the next time, you take care out there, and I'll see you again soon.